one. All right. Action.
Beautiful.
We
Action.
are live for Taco Tuesday happy hour with celebrity chef, might I add, celebrity chef Ralph Pagano of Naked Taco. Ralph, welcome to Bloom, an event for moms, but you are
right.
the first man who is welcome here. We're so glad you're here.
First, I was going to interrupt you, but let me stop. As being the first man to be invited to the Bloom party, I feel very happy. As a matter of fact, it reminds me of the first book that I read that was for girls, was written by Judy Bloom. You remember that book?
I don't remember that book.
I forget the title of it, but they covered some pretty racy topics for fifth graders.
Well, let's just get started. Let's jump right in. Let's jump right
to it. Hey, I don't want to mix anybody up.
Naked Taco here. So Mom's Night Out.
And just now we started with Mom's Night Out. So I'm going to
start off. Ralph, but first I'm going to interrupt you because you won't toot your own horn. So I have to introduce you to the moms. They need to know that you're not just a chef and a TV personality, but you're New York City born and bred, and you have traveled the world over, and you have brought all the flavors that you've discovered back home here right to South Florida. And you're the brains behind Naked Taco Miami Beach, Naked Taco Coconut Creek. And guys, he has appeared on the first season of Hell's Kitchen with Gordon Ramsay. He's hosted the series Pressure Cook on Mojo HD or Mojo. Got it.
In Miami, it's Mojo, but in the rest of the world, they call that Mojo.
Yeah, what do they know? What do they know? He also battled Bobby Flay on Iron Chef. So I'm sure our moms have heard of these, little shows about chefs. I'm sure we've heard of you before. But Ralph is also the host of Ralph on the Road with Lifetime TV, and he's the voice of Food and Drink on the Paul Castronovo show on Big 105.9. And he is here with us. You've got to have a lot of other things you could be doing, but I know this is the only place you want to be tonight.
And of all the places that I could be at 5 o'clock on a Tuesday, right here in my kitchen is generally where I am. So it's working out perfect. Full disclosure, I usually don't have a bar set up in the kitchen. I put it about 30 or 40 feet from the kitchen. So I have to walk to get there so I can add some exercise to my day.
There you go.
But today, I'm thrilled to be here. Number one, I am the son of a mother. I am the father of two incredible children and the doting husband. Doting. I'm the good husband to a beautiful mother and my wife Buffy, which is fantastic. Aww. And being a part of this and the whole community of moms is something that I'm super thrilled about. Didn't know I was going to get invited to this party, but I like being the only guy here.
Hey,
so it's working out.
You're the one. We are so glad you're here. And ladies, as we're going through tonight, we're going to have a happy hour, so about 45 minutes here with Ralph, but I want you to drop any sort of comments, questions in the comment box. I'll do my best to field those to Ralph. But Ralph, I know we want to learn from you, but I'm sure we have some kitchen questions that we feel like, can we ask like the celebrity chef some tips? So we're going to ask you some questions throughout our time, but I know you have something amazing to share with us that you've created, world famous, as well as a little cocktail mocktail. So tell us more.
All right, so right now, I'm going to kick you off with two of the all-time all-stars of the world-famous Naked Taco. On my left, your right, I offer you the ingredients here for the world-famous Tuna Nachos. And the world-famous Tuna Nachos is just like that. It's a nacho, but made with tuna. And it's most fantastic. And the nacho, instead of using a traditional tortilla chip, I use a crisp wonton chip, which is pretty easy to get your hands on. Walk down any Asian aisle in your supermarket, your Publix, your Doris's, whatever may have you, you'll find them. And you just fry them up crispy and they're ready to go. Or you could bake them in the oven, right? So simple, easy, and simply healthy. And this is a healthy dish. In fact, the least healthy thing about the dish right now is the cracker. And from here on in, everything is perfectly fantastic, sushi good for you, right? So first things first, let me start with what we're doing. The world famous Tuna Nachos is a dish that I came up with 15 years ago, and it's tried and true, and it's been through I think 3 hurricanes now, so it's got the lamp test. But catching fresh tuna down in Almirada is something that happens in the winter season, and we got some beautiful fresh tuna. And I was in the kitchen and I cut it up, and this dish kind of came to be. Jalapeno soy sauce is one of the things that is the set off for this dish.
You make the jalapeno soy sauce? That sounds amazing.
we make the jalapeno soy sauce, and sometimes I even grow my own jalapenos, but that's a different story.
Oh, wow.
You start off with good old-fashioned Kikkoman soy sauce. I use the Kikkoman low sodium, right? So it's got low salt levels in it. To that, I add a good dose of chopped jalapenos, right? Slice them in, seeds and all. It goes into the party. To that, I add rice wine vinegar and sugar, and just a little bit of sugar, and just a small counterbalance. Whenever you're speaking about food, there's always a delicate balance, right? I'm standing up doing my tree pose now. Side note, I was doing tree pose on a paddleboard in Almirada yesterday at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
It was quite
Living
fantastic.
the life.
I eventually fell, but it was all right. I didn't hit the mat. I hit the water, which was
good while it lasted. It was good while it lasted. When you say a little sugar, like Ralph, okay, I'm like a rule follower when it comes to cooking because I'm just afraid I'm going to mess up. So
well,
like
good
when you
news
say
is
a little sugar.
I am a rule breaker when it comes to cooking, right?
This is why you're good.
Everything I do, I break the rules at, right? So but the fact is, it's just a little spot. So I'll give you a base recipe, and you can work from there. Right? So if you started with 8 ounces of soy sauce, which would give you enough, plenty for this, as well as to have some in your refrigerator that you can use and go to time and time again, and use in place of soy sauce when you would use it, right? So 8 ounces of soy sauce, 2 ounces of the vinegar, 1 tablespoon of sugar.
Okay.
And about 1 or 2 jalapenos, depending if you bit them, how spicy they were. If not so spicy, put 2 of them in there. You need a little bit more power from the seeds. But if it's kind of spicy, seeds and all. Seeds, stem, the whole jam.
Okay.
Put them on the stove top. Let it bring to a simmer. Let it simmer down for 45 minutes. Take it off the heat. Let it cool. It's done. That's all the cooking that you've done. And even that is a short time, right? All you have to do is leave it on a low, small simmer, and that's it. And then you kick that to the side, and you have this jalapeno soy sauce for whenever you need it, right? You can also take, if you want to make a little sweet and spicy, you can add a little bit of pineapple juice to it. You can add, if you want to even jack it up a little bit more, you can take some cilantro. And if you take the cilantro, give me some cilantro, Brian. I'm going to show you what the cilantro, we call it in the kitchen, a ploosh. Say it with me. Ploosh.
Everybody together.
Ploosh.
Can I use this as a marinade? Because this sounds like a delicious marinade.
100% is a marinade. And if we were on Sesame Street right now, I'd say ploosh, and then the other voice would go like this, oosh, and then it'd be ploosh. Do you have that? Can you do that? Can we handle that in post, please?
Yes. I love it. You're speaking our language. Sesame Street, we can all relate with that. We get it.
That's it. Ploosh is that's it. It's just the flower of the cilantro. You
just the top part. Yeah.
You just pick it off. No stems. Just pick off the leaves. And that's what a ploosh is. Same thing when you want to call parsley. It's a ploosh of parsley. You just take a little bit off. It's a ploosh. It's got to have a name, and that's what the name is.
Okay. I learned something new.
This is why I'm here. I'm giving away nothing but household facts.
Guys,
if you get a light bulb if you have a light bulb stuck in your fixture and you can't get it out.
Potato.
No. You took the words right out of my mouth. I don't need that. That's it. The class is done. That's my only household trick.
That's all I got.
Also, I missed a big piece that goes into your jalapeno soy glaze, which is that right there. A finger of ginger.
Oh.
You see that?
Okay, tell me when buying ginger. I'll admit, I am nervous about ginger. I don't ever buy it fresh because I just don't know what to do with it. So
okay, never don't buy it fresh. Okay. So you see, it's called a finger of ginger.
Okay.
Because it looks just like your finger.
Yeah, makes sense.
Right? I mean, if you really see it, it really does.
Yeah.
Like, I could draw a little nail on there. So with the ginger, it's a pretty cool thing. In fact, hey Brian, maybe Brian will give me a fresh piece of ginger too while I'm doing this.
Love
it. One that's already unpeeled.
Do you peel it when you get ready to do it? You peel the skin off first, like
and the greatest thing is you can use a peeler, but you can also use a spoon, and you just take a spoon, and the spoon catches the ginger peel, and it's a very thin peel, like gumbo limbo tree skins, if you know what those look like.
Right. Yep.
Though it's an abstract metaphor, but it works. But if you just scrape it down, you just scrape off the skin, and you're left with this beautiful, fragrant, peppery, juicy, citrusy, flowery, perfumey, incredible deliciousness that is medicinal, anti-inflammatory, and good for you. Say hello to Ms. Ginger. She is ginger. Ginger should be invited. You have a whole piece of ginger unpeeled. What's that?
How much ginger do you put in there? Are you putting that in when you're simmering it?
Yeah, so this is called a finger of ginger, right? So ginger comes in these big pieces that Brian's going to grab out of the refrigerator for me right now. And what you want when you pick ginger is you want to find a root that looks like this.
Okay. Yeah. Does anyone else struggle with ginger? I get nervous about ginger, but now I feel confident in how to purchase it.
Right. So you take this, see this ginger right there? Looks like that.
Yeah.
That becomes this. What you do is very easily snap it off.
Right.
Right. There's these little nubs on it. You can snap them off too. Right. They come off real easy. Okay. And then literally with the spoon, I'm going to do it just like that.
Oh, yeah. And then you just have the finger left.
And that's all that's left is a finger, right? So it's that easy, right? The spoon does all the hard work. You get to take the credit. Here comes Brian. Right. Brian, say hi to everybody when you come through.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, Brian.
I love it.
So you just peel the ginger back and then give it 3 or 4 or 5 slices. They don't have to be perfect, but they do have to be similar in size so that the ginger steeps into that soy glaze. What I do is I keep the ginger sitting in that when I put it in the refrigerator, and I just strain it off as I need some, so that ginger keeps on imparting the flavor to it. Another good thing to do with the ginger that you can do is you can make. We're gonna make a cocktail. I'm gonna give you a food and a cocktail idea.
Awesome.
You want to come through? Come on. So the cocktail idea. Say hi, Jason. Hey.
That's such a great team. I love it. I love that we're literally in your kitchen.
You are in the kitchen right now. This is a hot box full of delicious rice and beans, and that's a cold box full of all things shrimp and lobster. So
and it's Taco Tuesday, so I feel like I'm there. If I wasn't here, I would definitely be there eating tacos.
No, this is the right spot for you to be in. So this ginger, I'll skip over here for a second. We're going to be making a cocktail. We call it Some Like It Hot. It's made with passion fruit and jalapeno simple syrup. What you see right here is green in color, right? Can you see that?
Yeah.
So simple syrup is exactly what it sounds like. Simple syrup. It's 1 part water to 1 part sugar. You take 1 cup of water, 1 cup of sugar, 1 gallon of water, 1 gallon of sugar. Put them on the stove, let them dissolve, turn it off. Let it stay in a warm area for about 10 to 15 minutes and then cool it off. It's ready to go and done. You can use that for a myriad of items. In fact, I've been making simple syrup since I was a kid because there's a Lebanese dessert. I'm half Italian, half Lebanese, all American, called kenefe, where you take the shredded phyllo dough with sweetened ricotta cheese, and then you make a layer of it like lasagna, bake it in the oven after you brush it with butter and salt, and then when it comes out, you hit it with the simple syrup on top.
Oh my goodness.
Forget it.
That sounds amazing.
There's 4 ingredients. You don't need anything else.
With Chef Ralph will be Middle Eastern cuisine, ladies. So we'll start doing this weekly with Chef Ralph.
You got me with Habibi, baby. Don't you worry about it. I will show you what to do with a chickpea like you'll never even see. It's my favorite. I've been asked, because of my position where I've been on TV and the radio and all that, more so than a lot of people, what would your last, maybe because I had a near-death experience, what would your last meal be should you get to choose it? And everybody expects this giant, like Italian timpano where they crack it and, an egg comes out of the middle of the pasta along with a bunch of other stuff or some mystical tableside preparation of something. It's not any of that. It's hummus, tabbouleh, lebne, baba ganoush, and if I can get my hands on some kibbeh, which is the raw lamb with a little bit of olive oil and crushed pepper.
Wow. No
heat required. I'm out the door.
Wow.
Right. So
when are you going to open a Lebanese restaurant? This needs to be your next venture. Come on.
My mother keeps on telling me that she's recently retired up in New York and wants to move to South Florida, and she wants to be my tabbouleh girl. So we'll see if that works out.
I love it. I love it.
So, all right. So let me give you the dance party that happens here with the world famous Tuna Nachos.
Hello.
You see what's going on here right now? I've got my wonton chip that's down on the table right here, right? So to that wonton chip, I'm going to add one little thing that I haven't talked about yet, which is wasabi crema. Now, in Mexican cuisine, crema comes to the table all the time. It's a combination of mayonnaise and sour cream, and then flavored with something. And it could be lime, it could be garlic, it could be orange. In this particular case, Eddie, it's all right, you can come through. In this particular case, it's wasabi.
Wasabi, okay.
Yeah.
I'm loving all the flavors you got going here. I feel a
It's
lot
all
of
about-
culture in these nachos.
It's all about it. It's all about a proper dance, right? Food is always a dance. Sometimes it's a quick step. Sometimes it's a foxtrot. Sometimes it's a tango. But no matter what, all the moves got to connect, right? So I got the jalapeno with the soy. They work together, right? The wasabi certainly works with the soy. We know that. The jalapeno comes back. The tuna, spicy tuna, it all works. And because I'm in a Mexican restaurant, they're called nachos. All right, so you take the wasabi. You get the green powder that the wasabi comes in a little can, right? When you go to your supermarket, comes in a little can. You pop it open. There's a little seal. You take the seal. You get a good whiff of that. It's going to be super fragrant, almost bitter in its smell when you first smell it the first time. Put a spoonful of it into a bowl, and then take a spoonful of rice wine vinegar. And you take the rice wine vinegar. Hold on a second. I got to ignore a call.
He's coming back. Oh, yeah. It happens, you know? You're talking about it being a dance. Mamas out there, do any of you feel like you sometimes have two left feet in the cooking dance? Sometimes I do. I feel like I have two left feet. But Ralph, you're making me feel confident with the ginger, at least. I'm going to like foxtrot with some ginger here pretty soon.
There you go. Foxtrot with the ginger. That's it. Fred and ginger, that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
I have a drink that we make with the ginger, and I guess that's where I was going. I call it the Ginger Rogers. And it's exactly that. It's a ginger simple syrup that I mixed in with gin and candied orange.
Oh, wow.
Top it with some soda water. Super refreshing. Back on the wasabi action.
All right,
wasabi gets bloomed with the rice wine vinegar. It molded into a paste formation. It becomes this bright green. Let it put a piece of saran wrap, plastic wrap over the top, and let it sit there for about 10 minutes. What's going to happen is all that gas is going to permeate out of it. There's going to be like a little bubble that goes on via saran wrap, but that's the wasabi blooming, and it's becoming super intense and delicious, right? And you want to keep it like the consistency of toothpaste, right? That's what you're looking for. Then, when you want to make the aioli, you take a dollop of sour cream, a dollop of mayonnaise, a little bit of splash of vinegar, and just mix them all together with the spoon, whisk them together. That's the end of the story. You want to make sure that you don't put too much mayo, too much sour cream, just a little bit, just to loosen that wasabi, because you really want to have a punchy flavor from it, right? So if you can see, it's a good thick quality there.
But tell me how much wasabi. Ladies, if you have questions, throw them in the comments. And don't worry, I know you're like, I missed it. I'm going to get with Ralph. I'm going to get, all this written down, and I'll throw it back to you guys soon. So just enjoy right now. But tell me again, about how much wasabi you did. The whole little can?
So you do a tablespoon of the wasabi, and 2 tablespoons of the vinegar.
Okay.
Right? That'll bloom it out. Let it sit, and then do another tablespoon each of the mayonnaise and the sour cream, and that'll get you where you want to go.
Perfect. I can do that.
Let tablespoon be your goal.
4 tablespoons, all those things.
Yep. Of all those things. All right, so now I take a little bit of the wasabi, and I'm going to just dress it just on top of my chip a little bit. If you had a squeeze bottle, that could work now in your life. Then, what happens here? Here's all the ingredients. This is how it's going to work out. This is #1 tuna, right? So it's beautiful tuna.
Mm-hmm.
Get a little closer for you here. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh,
it's beautiful.
Good.
Yeah, it's beautiful and delicious and red and great. And all we did is take it from the tuna. You can get a frozen tuna. You can get some of the saku block that they have at the supermarket. That's okay. That's just been hit with a little bit of carbon dioxide to keep color and then frozen. It's okay. Fine. In fact, if you're pregnant, right, or posted, maybe you shouldn't have it. But what happens is by freezing the tuna, it eliminates and eradicates all the parasites that would live inside of it if you're going to eat it raw. It's the same thing as cooking it, right? So little secret here in the state of Florida, if you didn't know, All sushi is frozen. It gets the sushi, the fish, even if it comes in fresh, has to be frozen and then used because that's how you kill the. You got to go in there.
The parasite.
That's how you kill the parasite. So that's how it works. Little known fact. I'm throwing them out all day here today.
Hey, I love it. Keep them coming. And tell us your favorite. You've shared this before. And so for the ladies who haven't heard, but your favorite place to get fish, your favorite fish market.
So Dora's Italian Market is where I go as a Italian-American boy to shop all the time. However, if you find yourself in Deerfield Beach on Hillsborough, pop your head into Pops. It's just west of Dixie Highway on the northbound side of the street. It is an old school fish market. They've got mahi, tile, all different kinds of shrimp from Key West, different sizes, crab if you need that, swordfish if you need that, cod, haddock, halibut, you name it, they got it. And then they've got smoked fish dip and all that kind of jazz that goes with it. It's old school. They got lemons and limes at the cash register, a mallet if you need one. You don't need anything else. You can go in there. It's perfect. You'll love it. Go to Pops.
Awesome. Quick question, Ralph. So I'm pregnant, so I gotta stay away from the tuna for a minute. What's a good substitute? What would you suggest for a substitute?
So in this particular case, something that you can get away with 100% and enjoy is if you took your chicken breast, seasoned it, you put some Asian flavor on it if you want, right? Hit it with some 5 spice, hit it with some of that togarashi pepper, let it marinate in the soy sauce love affair that we've already made.
Right.
Cook it on the grill, put it in your toaster oven, bake it, right? It'll all work out great. And then you can dice it just like the tuna and dress it up just like this. This is a great, I mean, look, the holidays are coming. Whether your party's going to...
We can impress people with this.
All day long. Now, listen, I don't care if you're having a virtual party at your house. Sooner or later, someone's going to ask you what you're eating, right? So you want to be ready for the holidays with a little bit, especially if there's only you and your family coming over, just the 3 or 4 or 5 people. It's easy to look like a superstar in the kitchen, right? So if you got to do a party of 100, then you got to hire a guy like me.
You need to call Ralph and have him cater. That's what you need to do.
Precisely. Call the restaurant, ask for Becky. She'll take all those orders. But you could take tuna. You could substitute the tuna for a nice, beautiful soy, ginger glazed cooked chicken. How about skirt steak? How about filet mignon? How about any of that? You could take all that, cook it, whatever your desired temperature of doneness is that you like, and then dress it up the way I'm going to show you how to dress it up right now. It plays across the board.
Love it. Okay, it's great.
Tuna, enter the dragon right here. This is tuna that I've just diced up, added nothing to it, just the way that it is. Now it's going to get the jalapeno soy glaze is going to go on top. To this, I have about a cup of tuna. I am going to add what is the equivalent of a heaping tablespoon of soy sauce on it.
Okay.
Yeah, that looks like it's going to be adequate. Now, one thing, did you notice that? I'll show it to you again. I'm going to use this spoon right here. The soy sauce, when cooked, has a little bit of viscosity to it.
Let's see it. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Right? That's the combination of the rice wine vinegar and the sugar and the soy sauce reducing. It creates a little bit of viscosity. Not heavy, but just clingy enough to grab onto everything, including the steak or the chicken.
Yum.
All right. Back over there, one for good measure. Now, this, I have toasted sesame oil, right? Super important. There's sesame oil and toasted sesame oil. You want toasted sesame oil. Okay. Yes, you can say hello. Toasted sesame oil is what you're looking for from a flavor standpoint. When you toast anything, if you toast out like spices, cumin or fennel seed, before you use them in a recipe and then you kind of grind them in a coffee grinder or whatever you do with it, the difference of flavor is tremendous because by roasting it, you unearth all these flavors. So toasting, roasting, cooking, right? You're coaxing a little bit more flavor out of it. Ultimately, what you're doing is shrinking the item. Even when you take oil and you toast the sesames and the oil together, you're adding the concentrated flavor from that sesame into that oil and jacking it up, right? So here we go. Sesame oil goes in. About a shy half. If you put a tablespoon of the soy sauce, about a quarter of a tablespoon of the sesame oil. You don't want to be too overpowering because when you use a toasted sesame oil, it's strong, but it's deep in flavor. If you use a weak sesame oil, you have to add more to it, and you just kind of mute your flavors out with the sesame rather than getting the punch.
Gotcha.
Picking the ingredients, it's like picking the baby daddy. You got to make sure it's the right trip.
Make a good choice.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to be stuck with it for baby daddy for longer. To that, I add a little crack of salt, right? A little bit of fresh. I've got sea salt. I can do it like Salt Bay. You can do it like Salt Bay like that. And then even with soy sauce, I use the low sodium soy sauce, as I said, purposefully, because I'd rather adjust my own salt. I don't want somebody else adjusting my salt for me. So I use unsalted butter. I use low sodium soy sauce. Everything that's low salt and no salt is what I get. And then I can always add some to it. Good old fashioned diced avocado right here. Yes. Nobody ever said no to an avocado that I know. Nope. And I use it generously. About not 1-to-1, but about 2-to-1 from the avocado to the tuna. The avocado's creamy. Yeah, it makes it nice, right? It makes it a delicious, creamy dish, and it's fun because food that is only one-dimensional doesn't get you excited. But if you're going for a second and a third bite, and you got texture playing here. Yep. And I'll show you. There's the crisp of the tortilla. In this case, the nacho shell, which is a wonton.
Oh yeah, I forgot about our tortilla. I forgot about that.
Don't forget about this dance. We got this here. So now I'm going to put down some of the tuna, making sure that there's a good dose of avocado with every tuna. Right. I want to make sure they're all created equally. Yum. I love all my nachos equally.
I wish you could see the comments. The moms are like, "Oh my goodness, I'm dead. That sounds delicious."
Awesome. Tell mamas. I'm so happy that they're happy. Now, what else happens here? Something I didn't mention yet. Wakame seaweed salad. Wakame seaweed salad. You'll know if you ever gone to a sushi joint. It's a seaweed salad that you get that looks just like that. Okay. Right? You ever go get sushi? Yeah. You've seen that there. There's a couple of different kinds of seaweed salad. There's hijiki and there's wakame. This is wakame. Wakame is a thin seaweed. They poach the seaweed in the seawater and then dress it with a sesame oil love affair that is absolutely perfect and delicious. And this is readily available at the same store that you're going to find wasabi in. You go down to the sushi section at the end of the next to the seafood guy. Look down amongst the smoked fish dip, and you will find for sure some sort of seaweed salad that they have there for sale. This is the one that you want. Wakame. Again, Wakame. Wakame.
Say it together, everyone.
Wakame. Everybody. Wakame.
We're also getting like a language lesson. This is good. We're so cultured.
I'll start speaking Arabic after this. We'll do a whole different. Yeah, Habib.
Yalla.
Yalla. Yeah, okay, so what happens here is I put a little jump of this seaweed salad on there, and it's got
so beautiful. The colors, like that's what I'm loving.
Well, if you remember the last time we did this, and I had it on my board for quite some time, which said, eat every color every day, right? Today, I'll show you what it says. It says, eat more fish, right? But this wakame seaweed salad gives you another depth of flavor from the sesame. It gives it completely different texture because it's not crisp, but it's not soft, but it's got something to it. And it definitely has a pronounced and precise flavor that you'll love. And if you didn't have it, would you miss it? You wouldn't miss it, but once you had it, you would. If you drove a Cadillac after you drove a Vega, you'd be like, yeah, I mean, the Vega gets me where I gotta go, but I like driving the Cadillac.
Come on.
Why they call it a Cadillac, baby? All right, so now a couple more things, and this is complete. Black sesame seeds. You can get white sesame seeds and black sesame seeds. If you get the white sesame seeds, make sure that you toast them a little bit, right? Because you want to coax a little bit more flavor out of the white sesame seed. The black sesame seed, while it's not already toasted, has a dump of flavor into it. It comes out black, and it's got a bunch of flavor in it, so it's great.
Is that the main difference between black and white? It's just the black one has more flavor?
Different flavor, yeah.
Yeah.
but you don't need to toast it to get to the flavor point.
Okay, great.
A slice of jalapeno, also optional.
Yum. You're gonna
If
have
you
to
gotta
come
eat.
hold this to the camera because I just gotta see it. This.
Yeah. Oh, I'm coming. Can you see it from where you are right now?
Yeah, but I need to see that up close.
Oh yeah, I'll bring it to you up close and personal. And then last but not least, some green onions, aka your scallion, makes its way to the party. And then I will bring this to you right now, standing by.
Yum.
Bubble.
Look at that. Ralph.
How's that?
Yum. Ladies.
Now you can be you can look like you're an all-star in your kitchen if you
I
bring
gotta
this out holiday
when I
time.
do this in my kitchen, people are gonna go, and then I can say, "Oh, it was like my celebrity chef friend taught me this recipe." You know.
Yeah, whatever. When he wasn't too busy beating up on Bobby Flay, he'd stop by the
That's
house
right.
and told me what to
I'm
do.
totally name dropping when I make this.
Yeah. There's another name drop. I can't even see it. Where's Emerald? He must be in the kitchen somewhere. But the fact of the matter is, this is a completely easy way to do it, and way to have a party, and way to have a great meal. Let me tell you what I do. This is my go-to when I do to-go parties and events. Why? Because I can dice all the tuna. I can dice the avocado. I have all the ingredients ready to go in little quart containers, right? And then I pop them in the refrigerator, and we're ready for that. I can pull it out, scoop it together, and put it together in just a second. At home, you could prep this at 10 o'clock in the morning, have it all ready to go, and then at whatever time you eat your meal, 5 o'clock, 9 o'clock, whatever it is, toss the tuna with a little bit of the dressing. The avocado, you just put a little bit of water with some lemon juice in it to keep it from oxidizing with a lid on it.
Right.
A little plastic wrap. So you fill up like a Chinese to-go container, the small one. Put a little water with lemon juice. Dice your avocado. Put a piece of saran wrap, plastic wrap on top, and then a plastic, the lid on top, and that'll keep it from oxidizing. And gives it some, and it gives nice flavor. And then that's what I did over here before.
Never thought to do that.
And then, but it's so easy because you don't have to spend your time when you have some free time. Everybody's got free time at 10 o'clock in the morning. I mean,
that's right.
I don't know if everybody's got free time at 10 o'clock in the morning, but
unless you're virtually schooling your second grader.
Hello, I have twin kindergartners that I am schooling at the Ralph Pagano Institute of Higher Learning. We go online, they log in. I teach them math using playing cards. Like if my kids are right here right now, and I put down a 6, they'd say 6. And then I put down a 4, they'd say 4. And I'd say, what does that equal? They'd say 10. And then
that's good. You're also training them for the World Poker Tour, which is a good investment in their future. So I like
the next thing my daughter would say is, "Daddy, you should double down." Right? So
I love it.
But if it was a 12, they would say only if you're looking at a 3. All right, so that's the world famous tuna nachos. They are world famous because I think that we have sold to this point closer to 600,000 pieces of those since I started them. So that makes them world famous, at least for a portion of the. I mean, that's got to be a portion of the world.
I'm sure someone in another country has eaten them who lives in another country. So there you go. They're world famous.
Somebody from another country might eat them today, right? They left from Miami.
For sure.
And Miami is the closest
city. Drink. Tell us.
Miami is the closest city to America. Right?
It's true.
Thank you, said the guy from Miami now. All right, so we got this. You got the handle on the tuna nachos right there. Great, they're delicious. And I've talked about this mythical party that we're having in our house. But what are we going to drink when we're there, right? That's the real big question. Yeah, let's get down to it. Let's get down to it for everybody who's not nursing or pregnant right now. If you were pregnant and were nursing, you're going to need a margarita, right?
Yeah,
and
that's right.
Why not start with a margarita that's going to love you just as much as you love it?
I love it.
So I use Some Like It Hot as my go-to for everything. Now, first things first, I digress. I start with a couple of pieces of sliced jalapeno in my glass. At that point, I put in about 4 slices of jalapeno.
Ooh.
To that, I'm going to add just a little bit of ice and just a squirt of lime juice.
That's just straight lime juice right there.
Yep.
Okay.
Just good old-fashioned limes that I squeeze in my juicer, and that's the end of the story. So I like to muddle my lime with a little bit of my jalapeno with a little bit of lime, just a little bit of ice to crack it up a little bit.
Okay.
Gets me started. Now, to this, I will add more ice. I like my drinks cold.
Oh yeah.
I like plenty of ice and plenty of booze, right? So we add to this good old fashioned. This is Mastro Dobel Diamante tequila.
Oh yeah, I see you got some in there. That's good.
A proper pour. There's gonna be 2 drinks. It's a proper pour.
Oh yeah.
Right. Okay. To that,
Perfect.
lime juice, freshly squeezed.
Lime juice. Okay.
If you don't have the time to freshly squeeze it, get one of the jug ones like Natalie's or Kennesaw. Yeah. I choose the Natalie's for the lime, Kennesaw for every other juice, but I prefer Natalie's in the lime, and then I like them both from there on in. Just a couple of count. You want to make it too. You don't make it too sour, just a little bit.
Okay.
Then this jalapeno simple syrup.
Okay, 1 to 1.
Those are 1 to 1. Again, for those that are just tuning in, simple syrup is nothing but simple. It is 1 cup of sugar to 1 cup of water. To that, I add a couple of sliced jalapenos. Let them simmer and sit in it. And what's going to happen is the jalapeno will steep the color of the sugar water and now make it this beautiful, vibrant green. Fantastic. And it looks great on the bar. It looks great in your fridge.
Yeah, in a cup, it's going to look so nice with a little garnish.
It looks beautiful. Now, I added that.
Too, you know.
Next up, another delicious color. We're going back to eating every color or drinking every color of the rainbow. This is passion fruit puree. Passion fruit puree, you can get passion fruit and make puree out of it. You can go to the frozen section, and they have passion fruit in pouches, and you can get that. Or you can go into the box juice area, and in those nectar section, there's also passion fruit.
Perfect. Like already pureed, you can get.
Like already pureed. Beautiful. If there's any pulp in it, what you want to do is strain the pulp off, because you don't want to catch it in your drink by mistake. If you want any pulp in your drink, you want it because you put it on purpose.
Yeah.
Right now, I've added just a little bit more ice, and I'm going to prepare my glasses to get ready right now. So I believe that every margarita should have some sort of rim job one way or another. And in this particular case, I use Tajin, Tajin. It's a lime peppery salt. Ooh. So I take lime juice and just run it around my glass.
Ooh, and it's beautiful.
Oh, she's so pretty.
So that's the salt that's orange like that?
Yep, that's the salt. It's a Tajin, Tajin. Again, we should do that in post.
Tajin. 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 Where's Elmo when you need him, right?
Yeah, I'm sure there's whoever dresses up as Elmo or works the hand is having a drink right now too. Yeah. No way you could do that all day long, not having a drink. Oh my God. All right, so I like my margaritas shaken. Hey, can you grab me a bar straight up, please? I like them shaken because I like to get the action frothy up. They say, how long do you shake it? I shake it till I can't hold the glass anymore.
Okay.
Because it's so cold, and that's when it's done.
That's when it's done. That's the trick.
And now.
Oh, this is so not fair that we just have to watch you make it and then wish we were there to drink it.
I'm so sorry that you're not here right now.
We're going to do this live, Ralph. So don't worry. The moms are all saying, please, we need Ralph live. So we're going to do this again when life will let us do live things. Okay.
Yeah, but you're like in real life?
Yeah.
Well, listen, you girls can have a put it right there. You could have we could have a wind down Wednesday at Naked Taco anytime you girls want.
All right, I'm holding you to that. Don't worry, mamas. We will make it.
See what I just did? I just did fresh ice in my drink, right?
Okay,
why? Because I don't like to have the drink that I don't like. I have the luxury in life of not having to drink the ice that I shook the drink with, but to pour it over fresh ice so it doesn't dissolve quicker. Right. So it's not that I'm just that I used to throw away my ice so cavalierly. It's that the fresh ice, has it already been worked right?
Right.
So it's not already ready to melting. And so it's fresh ice. And I want a nice, fresh, delicious margarita.
Those are little things though that I think set it apart and make it drink like that excellent. You don't think about, you know?
Right. Those are the little things, right? When you figure it out, listen, the whole big story about chefs and bartenders, mixologists, right? What do we know how to do differently than everybody else? Really, the slightest of all things. Because if it wasn't for a chef in your life, you would eat every day anyway, right? If it wasn't for a bartender in your life, you would drink every day anyway. I mean, maybe not every day. I might drink every day, but I have like 9 bartenders. This is what the Some Like It Hot looks like.
Look at that. Oh, it looks so beautiful.
See what it looks like?
Mm.
This is what it looks like from the side.
Wow. Oh, he's going to drink it. Don't tempt us. He's taunting us now. Is it so good?
Wow.
Oh, can I order this if I come to Naked Taco? Like if I come to Naked Taco and I say, I need a Some Like It Hot, they'll be like, let me go get Chef Ralph.
There's not a person in the place that doesn't know how to answer you when you ask for that. The answer is, like it says on my shirt.
Yes.
Yes.
The answer is yes. What is the question? That is actually
doesn't matter. I used to sell these. Night shirts when I was a kid. I used to sell them 3 for $5, and they would say, "Love is the answer. Who cares what the question is?"
There you go. There you go.
So, and now it's tequila. So let's recap. If this was your kitchen tonight, and you happen to have a little bit of Chef Elves who did all the heavy lifting for you, which was make the jalapeno soy sauce, and you had it already done, and they had the wakame seaweed salad, and you had the tuna, and you had the green onions and the cilantro and the black sesame seeds and the wonton crisp. You could put them all together in as much time as I just did right now, except 5 times faster because you wouldn't have to stop to talk to anybody.
Right.
Then, if you took the liberty, I don't know, yesterday, 2 weeks ago, a month ago, of preparing jalapeno simple syrup and putting it in your refrigerator, it would already be there. If you took the liberty of squeezing some juice or stopping by the store and picking up some fresh squeezed juice, if you got it, it would already be there. If you stopped by the store, got yourself some passion fruit nectar, put it in the refrigerator, all there, you're going to have this margarita
in no time. Time. Ralph, you're speaking our language. We're moms, and you know, you're a dad, and anywhere we can maximize our time, you're speaking our language. So if we can have a margarita in under 2 minutes,
then you're ready to go. So look, you say Ralph on the Road on Lifetime is the show that I do, but I'm the chef of the Balancing Act TV show, and the Balancing Act is all about families, really not dads, really moms, but I pierced my way to that membrane by cooking as well too, right? But balancing all the things that you do in a day, things that are good for the kid, trying to teach them math, trying to get them through socially distanced geography. Right. At the whole time, Daddy's still going to need another margarita. So we have to figure out some sort of compromise in life because I love my children, but I can't have them interrupt them, happy hour.
Right. That's right. Ralph, this was awesome. Okay. We got just like a couple minutes. Can we take just a couple questions, ladies? If any of you have a little quick question for Ralph, we're not going to get to them all because I know we have a lot. But I mean, maybe it's a kitchen question. Maybe we're going to get you all the info about the recipes. So don't worry. This is recorded. You can go back and watch it. But if you have a question, throw it out there. And then we're going to give away 3 $50 Naked Taco gift certificates. We're going to give away one now, a live one. And then we're going to give the moms some time who like those that could make it. They're going to watch it later. Then we're going to pick 2 winners later. We're going to pick one winner now, someone who's watching live. So, okay, does anybody they said you're speaking their love language, margaritas and tacos. So, way to go.
I love that. They win.
I love it. I love it. What about your favorite? Let's do like a quick, easy go-to, no spicy recipe. Like maybe something for the kids that's not too spicy, that's super easy.
Yeah. So look, my kids eat a couple of unique different items as they do, right? They get lucky because I cook a lot. My son has been devouring lamb chops since he's 3 years old. He's 5.5 right now. But I do one. What's the simplest thing let me tell you what I do for the kids that they go absolutely crazy for, and it's no fuss, no muss, and it's simple. And I think I mentioned this the last time. I did mention this the last time.
Yeah.
It's things on sticks. No. things on sticks.
Yeah,
gotta,
yeah, like the skewers. This is
whatever
good.
whatever I do for my kids, I if they're not going to eat it, or if they get a little, if they get a little 5.5 on me, which they don't so much, because we have an understanding that food's an important part of my life. So pushing it back from me is not something that I'm going to eat that anyway, right? But take a chicken breast or a chicken thigh or a piece of steak, sirloin steak, flank steak works, top round works, skirt steak works. Thread it through a skewer, and you could or not bake it in the oven. Prep it any way you like, right? So if you want to try the soy sauce glaze on the chicken, it's going to work. My kids go for I do like a simple, Mediterranean marinade of olive oil, lemon juice, and oregano. It works. A little cracked pepper and salt. It works great. It introduced them flavor when they were young.
Yeah.
So let me say that. My daughter eats tuna nachos all day long. My daughter eats tabbouleh all day long. She eats grape leaves all day long. She'll eat all these different flavors. Tzatziki. She loves lemon potatoes, right? That I cook the lemon potatoes in the oven just with olive oil, with some oregano again, covered. The last 5 minutes, I take them out, toss them real quick with lemon juice, put them back in the oven a little bit, and they just cook out a little bit like that, and they steam a little. She devours them. But a little bit of marinade when the kids are young, after you find out what they are and are not allergic to, right? But more importantly, I think, at least as living proof right now, with 2 5-year-old kids that eat a pretty well-adjusted diet, it's not hamburgers and pizza that they call for, right? They live for keftides, and they look for, my daughter loves feta cheese, and and my son will eat. I think I told you this the other day. I do crispy goat cheese balls.
Ooh,
hold on a second.
Yum. Goat cheese. That's my love language. So anything goat cheese sounds awesome.
Hold on. I just gotta.
Yes, those of you who are just joining us, don't worry. We're wrapping up, but this is all. It'll be right here in the Facebook group. You'll have access to it. You can go back and watch it. No worries.
Got me now. There you go. So, all right. So I'm back over here. My attorney was calling on the other line. That's how much I care right now. I put my attorney in a voicemail.
Hey, we just moved up on the list.
He's good. So I like to marinate all that stuff and introduce those flavors to my kids early on, so they're working with it. Bake them in the oven, take them out real quick, thread the needle onto a little short skewer, one of the ones like the cocktail, the cocktail party one.
Yeah, little one.
And they just love to play with it at that point, and the food is now the game, and I win. So I take another great thing that I do is zucchini. Zucchini on the box grater, shred it down, squeeze it out, put it in a little paper towel, and squeeze a little bit of the water out of it, because zucchini's got a lot of water content. Squeeze it out, whip up an egg, some fresh parsley, a little bit of Parmesan cheese, some salt, a little bit of pinch of nutmeg, mix it all together, fold in that zucchini. Then in a nonstick pan, I throw coconut oil. And I start with the coconut oil, and I fry out that zucchini cake in the coconut oil. Forget it.
Wow. That sounds great. I think your earbuds went out, but we can still hear you. No worries. We're coming to your house for dinner next time. So tell your wife we can't wait to hang out with her too. Can you hear me?
Hold on a second.
Oh no.
Oh, I got tragedy.
No worries. We can hear you. How about now? How about now?
Now I can hear you. Look at that. You got to do the magic trick.
Well, I need to say it again so I make sure that you heard me, so you're not surprised when we all show up. But we're coming to your house for dinner soon, so tell your wife we can't wait to hang out.
Beautiful. I'm doing the kitchen over right now. I got plenty of room. It'll be great.
I love it. I love it. Okay, Chef Ralph, will you do me one favor before we go?
Whatever you need.
Okay, will you say Massey Calderon?
Mousy Calderon?
Yeah, she's the winner of our first gift card. So there you go.
Massey Calderon? Massey Calderon, you are the winner of a $50 gift card to the world famous Naked Taco.
Celebrity Chef. Just said your name.
I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to see you, Massey Calderon.
She's coming. She's coming for her Some Like It Hot.
Some Like It Hot and Tuna Nachos. Let me know if you're going to come to Naked Taco South Beach or Naked Taco Coconut Creek. give us a call. Let me know. I can't wait to meet you.
Ralph, thank you so much. Mamas, thanks for watching in. And again, just throw any questions here and we'll, we'll do our best to answer everything later. But also this video will stay in the feed so you can go back and watch it. Chef Ralph, thank you for giving your time a whole hour, a whole happy hour. We feel very happy.
You know what? I can't believe it's been a whole hour. I've only taken one sip of this drink.
Come on. Thank you so much for joining us for Bloom. We're so grateful, and we mean it when we say you're not done with us. We're gonna do something again. So stay tuned. We can't get them out of your life now.
You got me anytime. And to all the mothers, it's the most incredible job that anybody could ever ask for, and God bless you all.
That's right. Thank you, Ralph. All right. Good night, everyone.
Ciao, ciao.